Hello guys, welcome. Here we are again. It is Friday, March 28, 2025 already. I cannot believe it sometimes. So I'm coming to you again live from Thailand in the south, Nakhon Si Thammarat. And a lot has been happening around Thailand today. There was, welcome guys, thank you so much for joining. And sorry, let me just turn my fan quickly. I hope it's not too distracting, the noise. If it is, please do let me know. Hello Belinda, thank you so much for joining guys. And I don't know if you've heard the news, there was a massive earthquake in Burma today at around 1 p.m. our time. And yeah, hi Suzanne, Dominique, thank you so much guys for joining. I really do appreciate it. And yes, I'm shocked. I was so shocked when somebody told me that there was this massive earthquake. Apparently it was something like 8 on the Richter scale, and it traveled all the way through to Bangkok. There was a building that collapsed, and apparently there are 3 people has passed away. Yeah, my condolences to their families, and may God give them strength, and may they seek the living God in all of this. Yes, apparently I think there's like 30 people still trapped. So we remember them in our prayers as well. Yeah, thank you so much guys. Hi my vriendin Mari, thank you so much for joining. Sandra or Sandra, is it Rushda, Dominique, thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. A lot's been happening around Thailand. Burma today, about the massive earthquake. It seems to be quite bad, although we didn't feel that at all when it happened. I was at that stage, I was visiting with Ashley. Yeah, so the visit was amazing, and Ashley is standing strong in the faith. She's healthy. And yeah, do you guys like my scarf? It's a new scarf, and I was surprised. Ashley surprised me today with it. I love it. And this is one of the things that they make inside prison. And then I also got these 2 girls, and Ashley and Mom. So cute. And then she also sent 2 Alice bands. I'm assuming I need to keep this one for when she comes home. And yeah, this is my birthday gift. So I normally don't tell anybody, but yeah, so tomorrow is my birthday, and every year on my birthday Ashley would send me something. The first year was the orange scarf, and last year, oh my word, now I don't remember. Oh, she sent me some flowers, silk flowers, which they also make with a little pencil case, which was or is a sunflower, and so it is quite cute. And shame she would always remember to just send her mom something. So I am so happy about that. Yeah, God bless her. And thank you so much, Melinda, for joining. Yolandi, Amanda, or Amali, is it Annalie? Sorry, Annalie. Where are you guys joining from? Do tell me, and if you have any questions or anything, please, yeah, don't be shy to put it in the comments. And then I've made a nice list, a timeline that I've pinned, and I I will be putting it in the comments with each video so that everybody can keep updated. And there are some questions that everybody keeps on asking me every now and again. So I've put that in as well. Then I don't need to take the time to, you know, to answer the same questions over and over again. So please, guys, do have a look at the pinned posts and go through the list, the timeline list that I've done. Thank you so much, Lorraine. Ashley for joining. Thank you, Giovanna, for joining as well. I hope that you guys are doing well. I have not actually prepared today. I have to be honest. A lot has happened today, and we keep on trusting God nonetheless. And oh, and then, sorry, I'm not sure, are you guys able to see the links? I'm getting a little bit more clever every time. Oh, I'm so chuffed with myself, if I might say. So apparently it seems you are able to click on those links and it will just appear on the screen while you're watching. I think so, but do let me know, then I can also know how it works from your side. And then there's a setting that I can set that you guys are able to then, I think it is a DM message while we are live. I don't know. Check it out if you guys can see it and just test it so that I can also know what these things does, and you know, we can educate each other. So please guys, join me in this. You know, I am learning so much new things that I never wanted to learn. But anyway, it's all for the good. Thank you, Ireta and Elizabeth, for joining as well, and Claire, thank you guys so much. And then thank you once again for everybody's support and prayers, and for supporting the Backer Buddy. We really do appreciate that, guys. Yes. So let me not waste any more time. The next story I'm going to read to you guys, Ashley wrote, I think it's around about April, May of 2023. And this one is called My Day Number One, okay? From beauty sleep to barely sleeping. I hope you guys have got your coffee or something. So, let's see. High sentence room reads the only English sign in this prison. And I wonder if it's been added specially for me. But indeed, it's been here very long since, and will be here for many years after. Take a look inside, and you will see us lying down, strung together by the shoulders. I considerately lay my hands on my stomach, as I am unable to rest them beside me when either the person on my left or right has done so first. Should someone turn on their side, I hastily take the opportunity to let my arms down. As to our legs, we have two options, depending on what you and the other person across from you agree on. The first position has her feet neatly or has her feet nearly up to my knees, vice versa. And our legs lie alternating spots. My left leg, hers, my right leg, and hers, each in its appointed gap. Or the second, where one's legs are in the shape of a V, while the others lie ankles touching in between. This position is repeated down the line as we're all braided together. Each of us are given 3 blankets to do with as we please, and it's mostly ensemble to provide the utmost comfort in the following way. 1 beneath to sleep on, that being the only layer between body and floor. The second folded into a pillow, and the third used to cover ourselves when weather permits, though with the appalling heat or the dry season in that heap of human flesh, most of us choose to heighten our pillow with the last blanket instead. At long last, I fall asleep around 3 a.m., either because it was finally started to cool down, or simply because exhaustion triumphed comfort. This hardly lasts an hour when, in a state half dreamlike, half awake, I try to determine the source of the eerie sound coming from down the hall. The droning gets louder. I start to make out some words, though not from any language I recognize. They seem to be singing. Glancing around at my roommates and seeing them unaffected assures me that I'm in no immediate danger, and I instantly fall back asleep. It's 5:15 a.m. The sound of 3 times 69 blankets being folded and stacked wakes me up, and to avoid getting tramped on, my dreary-eyed self bolts up and mechanically follows the rest. Under 2 minutes, blankets are folded and stacked in the back and bodies arranged into neat, tightly packed lines, waiting. It's the second lot for morning prayer. This time, it's the Buddhists' turn, and their chanting lasts about 15 minutes, and is repeated at 6 p.m. every day. The early morning singing, as I learned later, with the Muslims saying their first prayer of 5 for the day. With that concluded, we left with about 10 minutes before getting let out of our cell. This all repeats itself into perpetuity, with the only variation being that rainy season sees us out a whole 20 minutes later. Foregoing outside while it is still dark is completely out of the question. Seeing that we have a few minutes of silence, the only we'll have in our entire day, allow me to sketch the rest of our Spartan cell before I'm off to work. We find ourselves locked up in the cell on the floor behind 2 sets of bars instead of only one, as with the lower sentence rooms downstairs. Downstairs were the result of our brave ladies from the previous story, which led to 4 new rooms being built. Inside our room, there is an upper story that fills half the space on the left-hand side and is accessible when climbing a low steel ladder of 3 steps. And whenever I am either under or on top of this platform, I am unable to stand up straight. Side note, this was only added about 2 years ago, thus, during the time of their revolt, they didn't even have this extra space. At the very back, you'll find me. I have since been moved from the smothering pit, and my new elevated position has many advantages. There is only 1 line of us lying next to each other, so there's no one cramming their feet into mine. And being that I am the first from the back, I only sleep with 1 person next to me. Happily, a friend of mine on the other side, the steel bars. Looking out of the window, my only view is 2 sets of walls with barbed wire. Window simply referring to a part that isn't brick wall, with the spaces between the bars letting air through, whatever the weather. There seldom comes a breeze from this side, but when there does, I feel sure it's from the flopping angels' wings outside who came to relieve me from the heat. The only disadvantage of my position being that the fan hardly reaches me. During hot season, you'll find me awake at uncomfortable intervals, going down to splash myself with water to try and cool down so I can sleep further. During the rainy season, the strong wind blows cold air and drops inside, but I still wouldn't swap my little corner for any in the room. It is true that God doesn't give us more than we are able to handle. And if it wasn't for the shock of my first night, followed by the brief period thereafter, before great numbers of prisoners were transferred to other prisons, making a difference of 20 less women in our room, then perhaps I wouldn't have scored my little corner. Use what you have has become a mantra of mine. Seeing that my current situation is what it is futile to wish it away or fight against it. Rather, accept, adjust, adapt, accept that this is your reality for the time being. Adjust your way of thinking, adapt to your new environment. If 1.7 by 0.6 meter is all I have, then I shall use it to its full capacity. I started waking up earlier to do a 30-minute workout to start my day. Getting creative by doing whatever exercise I can think of without waking others or needing any more space than is given to me. I use these precious minutes of silence to pray and get still with God before the chaos of the day. I try not to let the claustrophobic thought of I can't go anywhere set in. And so I travel through pages and pages of multifarious faces and places by reading my hours away. You see, we always get to choose. I may have less choices now than before, but I have them nevertheless. So whenever you feel like life's walls are closing in on you, kindly remind yourself that you do have choices, and never just one or two, but ultimately it is up to you. Choose your battles wisely. As for the times you cannot change your environment, change your outlook. I can hear the rattling of the keys approaching, so I'm obliged to leave off now. Follow me downstairs to my next letter. Until then, with love, Ashley. Thank you guys for joining. Tao, La Rochelle, Colleen, Christina, I think, Krishna. Thank you guys for joining. So that was the first story. I'm going to read day 2 as well, and then that will be a wrap for today. So day number 2, shower rush. I think I was just telling you guys about it on Wednesday, didn't I? I just love this coffee. Anyway, okay. Dearth of entertainment as we are, we need to find ways to amuse ourselves, to make life less dreary. Besides, who doesn't love a bit of healthy competition to heighten your senses? It's a summer morning and it's our turn to take a shower first. The rooms upstairs and those downstairs alternate each day. This is one of the many meritorious ways prison tries to make up for the injustice done to most in court, by striving for equality, I think, in all things when they finally got us behind bars. All our movements are desired to be military, but we've never attained such precision or discipline, and so we move in this fashion, only much clumsier. We've done our head count. No one escaped last night. And we let out, room for room, row for row. The first excitement of the day commences as we step onto the pavement and have passed the last officer, off to go shower. Running at any time is strictly prohibited. I wonder if they truly believe any of us would be so fatuous as to try and run away. To keep us in order would be a more likely reason, for there's certainly nowhere to run to. Whatever the case may be, we always find ourselves rushing, but pretending not to, and have to get everything done quick, though we have nowhere to go. My legs are tall compared to most, and this gives me the advantage of taking long strides to get to my destination quicker. I've also become adept at power walking, save to when I really need to speed things up, but still need to keep up appearance. And what's all this fuss about? Getting in line first. Everybody has their own reason for wanting to shower first. For some, the incentive is the nice water pressure that's the privilege of the first handful, while others want to finish quick to grab a bucket for washing clothes. But mine is so that I can be the first one in and out of the locker. But more on our luxurious locker life in a moment. When we're the first round, it's a matter of seconds that make a difference. Will you get stuck in the crowd? Will you lug behind an old lady? Everything is placed in position the day before for maximum efficiency. Our flip-flops, toiletries, and shower skirt, made from our old skirts. We have a nifty knee-length strapless dress with a stretchy band to hold it up under our arms that we wear to go shower. I zigzag through the maze of people to get to the piece of rail where my shower garment awaits me. As I pull up the dress, my shirt flies off. I nearly trip over my pants and skillfully fling my discarded pajamas over the rail as I rush to the line. On my way, I slip on my flip-flops and grab those of my friend. Seconds later, I meet her there. How exhilarating. We made number 10 and 11 today. I exchange her pair of shoes for my plastic bowl with soap and sundry items, and we wait to have our number written on our hands. This serves as a shower pass. My friend and I made this exchange arrangement so that I don't have to go into my locker myself when we let out. The reason, therefore, I'll readily admit, is to keep myself from vociferating, sorry guys, I didn't practice this word, any early morning curses in any language that's not Thai, when I get caught up in that confined space. Sometimes when we know we've not yet mastered some of our weaknesses, it's best to avoid situations when possible. I certainly have many other opportunities where I can practice patience without it stealing my peace to this degree. There are all kinds of rules, just for the sake of having them, I'd say. And when we're the second round, we need to go line up and wait for the others to finish. During these few minutes, we're allowed to do some light exercises to wake up. But the more eager, daring ones go to put on their shower dresses beneath their shirts, tucked into their pants, breaking 2 rules in doing so, and come walking about like blown up balloons, though by looking only at their nonchalant countenance, you would never be the wiser. Oh, so silly. I smile at their ingenuity. Of course everyone notices, but all humor one another by pretending not to. Why punish each other further than over such trivialities? Arriving at the showers, you'll find 3 lanes of 22 shower heads each. A setup much preferred to that of the previous prison, where all stood around a small waist-high commercial swimming pool, an oversized bathtub perhaps, and we need to wait for each blow of the whistle to scoop another bowl. There's the shower. Heads were just for show, but here the water actually comes out. Well, except when the power is out, or the rain heavy, or the pump broken. And thus we rush to be first, for the water pressure gets less as you go down the line. It does, however, result in the following kind-hearted interaction between fellow prisoners. The switching of shower heads. Once we're all inside, the water gets opened for us by the main switch. Cold water only. We have no luxury of hot water for about 30 seconds, and then closes to give us a full 2 minutes to scrub, brush and wash. Whereafter the water opens for the final 90 seconds in which we need to rinse off. It's during this time that you'll hear them all around. Anyone coming? Shouts number 1 to the back. Me, returns number 20, as she waddles past the rest, off to go rinse her hair, where the water flows strongly. The whistle blows, the water closes, and we're out. The second round comes in. I change into my home dress, an ankle-length cloth to wrap around me that I wear during the short interval between showering and changing into our prisoner's uniform. They've taken care to prevent any sinister usage of bath towels by only allowing us to use hand towels. Anything bigger gets cut up. My biggest reward for getting things done quickly is that feeling upon entering the locker area and finding only a handful of others. I'm able to get my toilet done and change just in time to squeeze out as the rest start flooding in. Whenever I don't make it in time, it's chaos. People step on each other, elbows crush into rib cages. You get pushed from all sides. Wet hairs is combed into your face. Cheap perfume asphyxiates, and with each added body, it gets a degree hotter. Privacy is non-existent. Is a non-existent word in the prison's dictionary. Everybody can see into your 0.25 centimeter by 0.4 centimeter by 0.42 centimeter space. And though we have our own key, the officers have a spare and they make sure to do frequent inspections, turning everything upside down. While I could never get used to prison life, there are some things you learn to endure better than others. But our locker life is one aspect I absolutely loathe. I can only attribute to strength from above that can keep myself from screaming at times. And of course, there's the little things too, like the aid sent to me in the form of my friend, who goes to get both our bowls. I try to find the sunshine in everything and mostly succeed. But I am only human too, and there are times where I honestly can't find any. What I then fall back to is, what is this teaching me? This is often easier to overcome than any question starting with, why? The latter hardly ever gets answered when we wish it to, requiring much patience and trust from our side. I need to trust that I am being molded into what my Maker has always envisioned me to be. And with this in mind, I always seek edification in all things, especially when the sun's not out. What are the difficult situations in your life teaching you? May you be able to answer this for yourself, and let it be your consolation. The whys will all be revealed to you in due time. It's not always an easy process, but I believe that the outcome will be worth all the hardships. Until next time, keep pushing on. So am I. With love, Ashley. Thank you guys. So yeah, this praise God that He gives us the strength, and without Jesus Christ we won't be able to do this journey. And yeah, I just want to encourage you guys today that make the most of it. Do whatever you need to do. If you've got some forgiveness to be done, we're not sure about tomorrow. We only have right now. And it's not worth it. It's not worth it to live in unforgiveness. Yeah, make right with your Maker. We don't know when the end will come. And many a time it has come quickly in people's lives and they haven't had the time to make right. So yeah, guys, be blessed. Thank you so much for joining. Raymond, Jax, Deline, Karen, and is it Bernally? Thank you so much. And you must have a great weekend. And be strong. God's mercies on you each and every morning. But time is running out, guys, and let's make sure that we don't go to bed angry or in bitterness, unforgiveness and stuff like that. It's not easy, but everything is a choice. We make that choice. Be blessed, and thank you again for your support in all your ways. Thank you so much for your prayers. We really do need that, so that we can stay strong in the faith. All of you guys, each one of you have got something that you are going through at the moment, and I pray God's strength for you guys. Just keep your focus on Jesus, and if you don't know Him, if you haven't, you know, decided to follow Him, call out to Him. Just like we're talking, you can talk to Him and ask Him to reveal Himself to you. If you've got a sincere heart, you're serious about this, I can promise you, He will definitely reveal Himself to you. Open up your ears. Yeah. Be blessed, guys. Thank you so much. God willing, I'll be seeing you guys again next week. And keep the faith. Have a blessed one.